Yes. Indeed. All right, so I welcome you all to my homebrew campaign called The Lost Relic. And right now we're in part 0.0, which is called It Begins. And I would like to welcome you, adventurers, or should I say convicts. Some of you may have indulged too much into things you shouldn't have. Some of you have done crimes, or just simply angered the wrong person. Let's see what kind of protagonist you will be, or antagonist, mayhaps. Will you throw this world into ruin? So, let me paint the scene for you guys. You're currently on a horse-drawn wagon, following a few other similar wagons. They all appear to be transporting prisoners, convicts, but from a distance you can't really tell like what's on them or how many people are on them. It's just similar to what you're on. The horses are mounted by soldiers in heavy armors wielding swords and shields. There's also a few guards walking beside the wagon just to give further protection to this. As you look down on your hands and feet, you're aware of the chains that bind you, not only to the wagon itself, but to the other convicts. As you look around, you realize, even if you had the means to free yourself, you probably wouldn't outrun a horse. So it might not be the best to do this. So, the fresh air of a spring evening surrounds you. You can see a few thunderbugs in the distance as your eyes wander around. The night will soon fall upon the land. You can see the moon high up in the air in an almost perfect round circle. Perhaps just a few more days to the next full moon. And I'm acutely aware this is mostly an interactive cutscene for me to create a world. The wagon occasionally kicks up while drawn over some rocky parts of the road. While no one has told you, you're pretty sure of your destination, Lardell Citadel. Looking ahead into the distance, you can see the lights of the Grand Cathedral, its highest peak looking eerily similar to that of a lighthouse. The Lardell Citadel is located near the coast. Most notable is the large cathedral, which is housed by the Creed of Power. Tall walls surround the city of Lardell, but you have never visited the place, so your knowledge is limited at best. Rumors spread the lands far and wide that the Creed of Power is calling in all prisoners, yet none ever returned. The Creed of Power rules the land with iron hand and fanatic ideologies. They already convinced all nearby cities and towns that swearing allegiance to them is a much safer way into the future. However, those cities that denied this request of surrender were met with a fast end and a fate they could not escape. Knowing this, you can't help but to think what will become of you. Are you to be executed? Why would you transport it there for this then? Regardless, the Creed of Power will judge what will happen next. So this is the scene we're currently in. There's a man on this wagon with you, and he's gonna ask you a few questions. Do you finally want to talk? Are you done stargazing? My name? Wait, that's... Oh, god damn it. Okay, I need to... Hold on. Sorry. No one is talking. You're all so quiet.
I am checking his pockets.
No, you're not checking pocket seas. Okay.
From afar.
So the man on the wagon would like to talk to you. So, you want to talk. Are you done stargazing?
Is this guy?
The one on the right. Oh, on the left, sorry.
This one?
Yes.
All right. I put my head up and I look towards this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And who are you?
Me? I'm Lando. I guess we're more or less in the same boat for now. As much as this will do. Sooner or later we'll all be met with the same fate after all.
And what is that fate you are talking about?
I mean, this cannot be anything good, can it? We're being transported over there. Look at the sheer mass. One might think they're trying to to sacrifice all of us to summon some elder god. But that probably isn't true.
I smirk towards some of us. I
Mhm.
feel like some in this cart are already trying to summon elder gods.
What about you, Halfling? What are you in for?
Me? I mean, I was just minding my own business, doing a swindle or two, getting some coin left or right from people who shouldn't. So, yeah.
A sinner.
What do you mean, sinner? We're in here together. You're as much a sinner as me.
Don't worry, child. I will bring you to the light sooner or later.
No, no, no. I believe in no gods. The only thing I believe in is gold, steel, and the blood that it makes.
Mantle. Let's go. And what about this big guy over here? What even is he?
It does look
Firbolg
a bit
will just
shady.
that towers above all of the other characters here. Just looks around him and looks over to the weird ass NPC and grunts.
I am Groot.
Well, looks like he's not the very talkative person. What about the girls in the back? What are you in for?
Well, I was just singing a song in a tavern, and a nobleman came and he, asked for a song, but he wasn't being too nice about it. So, you know, I thought I'd give him a little roast, but he wasn't too happy about it. And now apparently I am considered a witch for some reason. What even is a witch? Can anyone here tell me?
I mean, burning people certainly sounds like something a witch would do.
I wasn't burning anyone. I was just singing, and I made fun of his big nose. What's wrong with a little bit of fun?
At this point, Fury looks at the lady and is like, "Do not worry, lady. I have burned many a kind as well. It is nothing new."
Nidana looks a little bit shocked and kind of averts her gaze elsewhere, and is like,
"Oh, do not fret, do not fret. As long as Lord Mephistopheles does not deem you unworthy, you will never be burned by the flames."
"Who is Mephistopheles?"
Oh, I am so glad you asked.
Oh god,
A
here we
sinner
go.
and a heretic.
And
Another
Nidana is
fanatic rant.
suddenly
Ilmater,
feeling
protect
like
me.
she shouldn't have asked.
Oh, I digress. Do not think that you are in any danger. My god is but a gentle one for those who accept his flame.
Yeah,
What about the fanatic? Who did you kill?
Fanatic?
I
I'm
mean,
only a
look at
believer
you.
in Ilmater, the great and glorious single god of our world. And why I am here? God only knows why. People could not accept that that my methods of leading the lambs are a little bit how should I say this? A little bit harder than most of these silly folks in these abbeys that do only do their services for the coin.
What is that supposed to mean?
That means, little child, that I will show you the guidance of Ilmater as soon as we arrive to our destination.
No,
That
no,
is
no.
indeed something I will agree with. Coin is but a fleeting thing.
Silence, heretic!
It is fame. Oh my,
I will speak no further with you, heretic.
No, no, no. You
Fury chuckles
fanatics
a
are
little bit and lets him do as he pleases.
you fanatics are all the same to me. The only thing I trust in is what I can see, hear, or smell.
Oh, trust
Do
me.
you want me to give you guidance to Ilmater the Almighty right now, little one?
I mean, if we're on this card for a while, you might as well, I guess.
so many gods that I've never heard about.
Yeah,
What
none
the
of
fuck?
them, and every one of them is real.
A bit out of. Is everything okay with Ellie?
Let's just continue. Don't worry.
Already?
Yeah.
Talos are.
By the way,
Wait.
I'm giving the thief some guidance.
You're not using
Wait,
inflict
what
wounds with your arms bound right now.
What are you
Oh.
doing? What? Is that
What?
to
No,
me?
I'm only giving you guidance.
Inflict wounds. All right.
Ilmater blesses all who endures the pain of life.
Well, I
At,
think.
at this point, the guard that's
I
riding
see.
on the carrot is just giving all of you shifty eyes like, the fuck is wrong with these lunatics?
I know, right? I'm the normal person here. Who would have guessed?
Everybody is a psychopath.
Right.
We all deserve to be in
Nidana
jail.
seems to be fiddling a little bit with her, the front of her ribbon as they are continuing on the. Well, they are moving all the time, but yeah,
I think the
Yeah,
wagon
Fury
is
is-
looking
just-
elsewhere. From
Fury
these
himself
weird
will not continue the
lunatics.
conversation, as he will only keep talking with those who are willing to accept his words.
Yeah, that's very nice because Wanda
So
looks at
far-
you and he says, "Well, looks like it's the end of the road. If you don't mind, I would like to be alone with my thoughts for now. You know, think of the good thoughts that I had in my life, the good moments, the wine, the woman, and now it
Sure,
all
we're
comes to
gonna
an
be
end.
fine.
I
This
don't
is all
know
just a
what you
huge
consider
misunderstanding.
fine. Like,
I mean,
you're sitting
know.
here with murderers on a wagon. What are you meant to, like,
I
what do
didn't
you think is
murder
going to
anyone.
happen?
I don't know about you all, but
You
I'm
burned
totally
someone, and this
I
dude
didn't
next to
burn
me.
anyone.
And
guy
this
is
very
completely
civil person next to me looks like he at least killed 10
I
children.
mean, that I
Unfortunately,
can't
there were
argue
some
about.
lambs that could not handle the guidance of Ilmater. Some of them left us before others. Do not worry.
I love
Many
it.
are still
Can
with
I
us.
can I do a religion check to remember about Ilmater?
Absolutely.
Where is religion?
Rue's killing me. Oh my god, as well.
You
Do I-
do remember most facts. You in fact already know about this because you DM games.
My face goes upwards and like connects the dots between what he has implied and what he has said, and it is in my understanding that the god Ilmater does not look kindly upon those who inflict pain on others.
He
It's
is the
true.
god of endurance. And we endure through pain and suffering. There's no other way to worship Ilmater, my friend.
At this point, I'm gonna like awkwardly look away and just not continue the conversation.
Uh-oh. All right.
You will not be able to convert my character to another side, just saying.
Oh boy, are we going to do some conversions here? Like, I think we need some force and weapons to do that first.
This is what you get
Girl.
after about 20 years of watching religious videos zealously.
I'll just use burning hands on the chains until they
Oh
melt.
boy, poor Mur and Suga, the only ones without fanatism for now.
Yeah.
I am not fanatic.
Wait,
I didn't say you should all trust in me.
Am I fanatic?
I mean,
But what did Ego actually do, or is she betrayed?
She
I
burned
just
someone.
mocked the noble, Jesus Christ.
I
You
burned
mocked
here?
the
someone too.
noble, the wrong person.
I
The
also
wrong
burned
person,
someone.
yeah.
If you're in my profession, then you know how to take care of nobles. You avoid them as best as possible, and you get your scraps with merchants.
The giant Filbolg will just grunt and say, I sat on one.
Oh no.
On a noble?
At this point, Fury chuckles a little bit at the image, but then grimaces like, that's actually not a good way to die.
Nidana goes and has a little, way. a crude laugh, just like. And just
Well,
kind
I
of
know I would not want to
squat
stand
over.
behind you for sure.
Oh boy. Right. I think we can continue the scene.
Mhm.
The wagon draw closer to the massive gate. The first wagon stops near. One of the knights dismounts his horse and approaches the gate. You're too far away to clearly see what's going on. But after a few moments, the knight returns to his horse, and with a loud bang, the wooden gate opens inwards. The caravan continues its path. Eventually, it's your wagon's turn to pass through the gate. To one side, you see houses tightly clustered. They all look pretty rundown. It's not uncommon to have slums in an area no one wants to live in. Suppose near the town gate might be one of those places. On the other side, you see a squad of soldiers sparring with each other. The squad leader whistles and waves the guards over that were walking next to your wagon. Safe enough, boys! Get over here! Time for beer! The two soldiers next to your wagon grunt. It's about time! And slowly walk towards the leader. The moment the squad leader's gaze meets yours, he starts laughing and shout, "Better make yourself useful! You won't enjoy your stay otherwise." Right. No comments? Good. Love it.
I will start converting immediately.
No, you will not convert him like this. Your wagon
Do
eventually.
not worry, guardsman. I will have
Gag
these
the
lambs on the
Elmotter
right road sooner rather than later.
Oh,
I would like to
boy.
roll a persuasion check to one of the guards and see if they will gag the Ilmater guy.
Do it.
Let's see where it is. Persuasion. 14.
I'll roll a dice against it.
Okay.
1d20 plus 2, I'll call it. He looks at you and says, "Shut the fuck up or I will gag you."
I look around at the rest and it's like, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
Firbolg
I
just
agree.
nods.
I comment on the place and location. Well, this looks like home.
I don't know what you consider home, but that
We'll get there.
it's not very homely.
No, it's not. Your wagon eventually passes what seems like the main part of the city. Night has fallen and the only thing you can see is whatever the torches illuminate with their hot glow. At one point, what you assume to be a citizen asks one of the mounted guards with a shaking voice, "When is it enough? There's so many of them. What are you even doing them? Where are you moving them?" And the mounted guard answers, "As many as the creative power deems necessary. Do you want to join them? There is still place on this wagon." The citizen steps back in fear, lowers his gaze. "Thought so. Bugger off, or we will investigate your business."
Ooh.
The wagon stops. "End of the road for you," the mounted guard says as he dismounts and takes a keychain from his pocket. "I wouldn't try anything funny. Running would not get you far. There's a lot of archers around here and, mages." He walks up to the wagon and climbs it from the side. Few moves, the guard removes the chains that bind you to the wagon, yet you are still bound to each other. The lot of you get off the wagon. And with this, we're moving scene.
This is where we get to make our character, like in Skyrim.
You may once again place yourself in the visible area.
Soon we'll see
Visible
someone get decapitated.
area.
It should be on the left side. Oh,
There's
Where?
there's none? God, hold on, I'll do it
Squares,
again.
there are. Once you place your character, you will be able to see the squares.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
on, I'll do it again.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ah,
It's on the left side
Oh.
here. Basically on the bridge, yes. Yes.
Do we choose in what order we are behind each other?
You
or does it not
can
matter?
choose. You're bound to each other. It is not necessarily for the thing.
I don't want to be behind the giant.
Me neither, to be honest.
Love
but
it.
I don't think I
I'll
have any
stand here
choice.
in front of the
Right.
Matra
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
I'll whisper, heretic.
Well, there's no room for me behind there, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It doesn't matter,
okay.
boys.
I'm in the back where I can see everyone's pockets.
It does not matter.
We don't even have anything. We're stripped of our belongings.
as the fireball goes in front, no one can see anyone behind it because it's too big.
The guard looks at you and is like, oh, please be sane. Don't go weird. Almost night shift over.
The fireball is kind of looking at the chains and be like, I could break this.
Is that a meme of I can break these chains? Or is that just literally what you want to say? Do you
I was
want to
just
tell him
thinking.
you can't break the chains, Murph?
No, he's just mumbling it.
Okay, good.
These
Right.
chains don't hold me.
Okay. Right. After a short walk, you arrive at a large building. The torches and lanterns illuminate two giant statues depicting angels crossing swords. The statues carry fine detail and appear to be made of marble. Lando speaks up. All this fancy crap for court. Creed of power. All this vanity is good for nothing. They could have done useful things with all of these resources. The guard leads you towards the courtyard, stopping at an half-elf woman of middle age with blonde hair. These are the last one for today. The rest will be moved to the dungeon. Half-elf nods. Thank you. Please leave the rest to me. I shouldn't do that voice, otherwise it gets weird.
Bobby,
Voice though.
give him a sock.
She looks at the... Sorry, what is your character called? Fearbulk? Firebulk? Fearbulk. She looks at the
Just-
Fearbulk.
Just
Ah.
wanna be giant.
She just drops her head and she says, I'm sorry you're here. My name is Kaya. I'm priestess of the Creed of Power. Things certainly changed. Well, this is my duty for now. She's going to take out a book and she will go through your names. She looks at the Firebook. Your name is not Fearbook. Your name's not listed.
Hmm.
Okay,
You
I
just
Just can
grunt.
make a character.
I guess that will. I'll just write big giant. Then she looks at the tiefling. Fury, that would be you, right?
Correct, yes. My name is
Furry.
Fiori Hyres.
Not furry. No, we're not doing that. And she looks at the person behind him. Urt, that would be you, right?
Indeed, child of a false god.
I am quite happy with my god, even though there's a few things that might go astray right now, but I'm not to talk about stuff like this here, of course. And she looks at the next person. Nidana, that's probably you.
Clearly, someone uttering her name makes her uncomfortable, and she kind of looks to the side.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that will do. Okay, I can understand that you're uncomfortable here. I would be too. And then she looks at the halfling, and you are... Who are you? You're not on the list.
The list? What list? Well, maybe you've made a mistake in administration. Am I free to go now?
I'm pretty sure that you're not free to go. What is your name? I'll add you to it.
Well, my name is Asuka Nanashi, and you
Right.
will know me.
We will see about who I will know and who I will not know. Halfling, and then she writes your name on the thing. Good.
You all ready, Asuka?
Right. We still have a few minutes before your group enters. There's already another group in the court. Do you have any questions, maybe?
Well, what is happening here?
Well, what is happening? It's I'm not really allowed to talk about the punishment being given, but a lot of convicts, they leave the the city. They go to the harbors, and they bring them to an island. It's the island of Casberry. I'm not quite sure what happens there, honestly.
Very
With a K or with a C?
I will type it for you, in fact.
Casper with a C. Fury looks at the lady, Kaya, and he asked if convicts are going to the island anyways. What is the point of being here right now?
Our creed, the old rules, deem it necessary that everyone that is convicted of a crime and has a punishment is placed before a great judge in order to give this judgment. There are currently ways in motion that they are trying to get rid of these rules, but for now we're bound to them. So unless you see a judge, none of this is just.
He does a small nod and then just does not ask any more questions.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is, as long as there's no judge present, we're free to go?
No. We can clearly enforce that you will be put before a judge, however.
How long till we see this judge?
The moment the other group goes out, there's a group just like yours in already, you will be asked to step inside. Do you have any more questions, though?
Do we have a last meal?
No, that's not really anything we can do at this time of the night, I'm afraid. Besides, you're not yet doomed.
Can I roll an insight check on Lady Kaya and see how she, like, from her expression, feels about this entire situation?
Yes. Okay, that's good enough. You can clearly see she doesn't want to do this. You can see that she is a priestess. She has always been one, but recently the religion has took a turn. This is not what she wants to do, but she is bound to her duty.
Let's see then. Do you imply that it was a different kind of religion or the same religion with changed rules?
You would not notice at this point.
Okay. Then I will continue asking a question if that's fine.
Of course.
So, my Lady Kaya, what do you imply with the changes to your religion? Is it the same religion, or did you have another god before?
No, it's the same, but the higher ups, a few things changed. The creed of power, as strange as it sounds, we were never really a war nation, yet here we are. Well, it's not really my place to talk about this. We should move on soon.
I nod again and continue on with the knowledge given.
Right, and with this, you can imagine that a group just comes out of these doors over here. Wait, why can't I do my thingy? Hold on. Over here, and walks down and then out. Yeah. The massive stone gates open, and another group of convicts leave through them. Their faces show confusion, yet they walk the same way you just went up, and then take a turn to walk down some stairs. Looks like they're ready to see you now. And as you slowly walk up to the stairs, Lando looks at her and spits in front of her feet and is like, whatever, this is just, it's bullshit. Like, what are you guys even doing here? Just convict us, kill us, or whatever you're planning, and just get this farce on. And Kaya looks at him and asks him to please manner yourself. You'll be put in front of a great judge. You really don't want to do this. And with this, I would ask you to step over here, my friends. In fact, you can step into this room, which will change. Your
Not
vision.
gonna lie, I agree with Lardo as I pass by.
I hope you're not taking his part soon. Right. Good. Everyone into the room?
Back to order, you
I
got
push Ego.
No, there's no pushing.
I push Ego forward. She's blocking my way.
Right. Get yourself comfy somewhere.
Ah,
All, don't hide in each other, please.
I was behind
up,
Big.
up.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
You walk up the stairs. Yeah, we had that. The guards look at you and separate the halberds they crossed in front of the door. The doors slowly open as you step inside. They are shut behind you. Welcome. The council shall see. Discuss your punishment now. A short man at the far side of the room says in a tired way, not even lifting his head to see you. Looking around you, you see 3 grey tables stretching throughout the entire room. 2 on the side and 1 on the far side. Many documents are placed on them. On each of the 2 side tables reside 2 humans in what appears to be pretty high-class attire. A few meters away from them are soldiers with bows on their backs. On the far side of the room, an old man with a long white beard sits on a chair. You can assume he's going to be a judge. He's accompanied by 2 mages. You cannot tell what kind of magic they're able to wield from here. You can also tell that clearly as no one is interested in you being here and gives off the bored attitude. One of the nobles speaks up. Can we just get this done? Set them to the colony. Have better things to do than sit here all day. This is all we do anyway. This is a mockery of my status. The judge looks up. Now. We will do what the old rules demand us to do. It may be changed in the future, but for now, we will do what is required of us. Considering we are on a tight schedule, we see multiple convicts at a time. Please step forward, state your name, and then we shall see this through. Hearing these words, Lando steps into the center of the room. Let's get this farce over, he says. One of the guards cuts in. You only speak when you're allowed to, scum. Lando, who is not happy to hear that, replies. Or what? You're sending everyone to that place anyway, aren't you? Let's save everyone some time and let's just get this done with. After saying that, Lando looks towards the judge and spits towards him once more like he did to Kaya. A loud echo rings through the room as the old man brings down his hammer. We will not be disrespected by your kind in our own court. Well, the current situation requires a lot of help, which our own men cannot carry out on their own. We do not require every single one they throw before us. He takes one of his documents from his side, takes a stamp, and stamps it. Through the hall echoes one word: execution. A guard walks up to Lando, grabs him by the neck, and starts to drag him out of the room. You hear a slur of words that more or less contain apologies and curses. And to be asked to send to the B expedition. However, the judge says, next. He would like to step forward. Okay. The judge looks at the Firbolg. Big, strong. What are you in for? Describe the crime with your own words.
Sat on a noble.
The judge certainly, for a moment, considers a smile, but remembers his status. Yes. That is certainly something we haven't heard in a while. Your punishment will be, you will be sent to Castberry. You will be a fighter on this mission. You will get information about that later. Wait at the exit. And with that, he says, next. Ah, tieflings. You're usually not up to anything good. What are you in for?
Well, if I must say so, I am a follower of the great Mephistopheles, but I usually respect every other religion in their own right. Uh, but I draw the line when people desecrate the statues or the offerings for Mephistopheles, and in my rage, I gave just desserts to the one who did so, and, well, from whatever remains of him at least. Fire is a very good way to get rid of a lot of things.
The judge looks at you. So you know your way of spells, you say. Well, perhaps this judgment will be right for you. You will be sent to Caspery as a fighter. Next. Suka, be nice. Oh my, lots of scars on you. What are you in for?
Unfortunately, glorious judge of these halls, I
Love it.
tried to lead some poor children down the right paths.
The judge
The
cuts
beliefs
in.
of
We can speak
But
clearly
unfortunately,
here.
they did not manage
Alright,
the
then.
I
endurance
told you to
tests.
gag him.
And unfortunately, these lambs left us. And I do not see any reason to hold me here, as I have done nothing illegal. Illegal,
Oh my God.
besides the fact that I have tried to make people.
The judge brings down his hammer. Quiet! I have enough. You killed a man. Or more. I see it
Three,
here.
actually. But
Your defense. He looks at you. If you're capable to fight, then do so. Out! Casperry, fighter.
it was.
Next!
Oh.
I still stand by the right to gag him.
Oh, good.
I look smugly backwards towards the what are you, Ree?
He's a human, or what do you mean?
Yeah, whatever. Great show, mate. Great show. Anyway,
And the judge
I'm in-
looks at you. You should face me, little halfling. That would do
Yes,
you
yes,
better.
yes. Of course, your righteousness. My crimes? Oh, well, where to start? I stole a lot of stuff. Got into trouble with a couple nobles. Maybe killed somebody. The usual.
He looks at you, at your meager body. Not very strong, are you? He considers.
Meager?
He
You don't need to-
considers. Shut the fuck up. He considers for a moment. But your fingers are fast. Maybe you can still be helpful. And he once again says, Casperry, fighter, get out.
Fingers and tongue.
Fingers and tongue? What?
Yeah, cause I speak.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I speak bad.
Right, bring the elf in front. Or half elf.
Nidana kind of skitters forward and is looking extremely nervous.
He looks at his book. Nidana, okay. You're the last one. What are you in for?
I insulted some guy at a tavern? That's about it. I don't even know if
Insulting
that's a
guy.
punishable crime. I mean, I might have cast fear on him or something, but that's not exactly harmful now, is it?
You know your way with spells, you say. It's
Oh,
always
well.
a skill that we can use.
I do know some illusion magic, yes.
That would indeed be quite handy. And with this, he brings his hammer down again and says, Casperry, and you will also be joining them as a fighter.
Oh no, not with those lunatics.
You will indeed
Kind of-
stay with them.
kind of jitters
Uh,
after the others.
Right. This closes court for today. The hammer falls down onto the table a last time. Dismissed. The words still echoing from the walls, the nobles get up and leave through the door nearest to them with audible sighs. The judge, he sinks into his chair and he is like, oh, another day of this. The guard guides your group outside where Kaya is waiting. So I would like you to once again get over there. Very good. So, as you go out, one of the guardsmen tells Kaya, all of them are fighters, all 5 of them. The last one we executed, he was annoying. And Kaya looks at him and is like, executed? We don't execute people. He's like, well, bring it up to the judge. Maybe you can change it. It's none of my business. And then the guard leaves. Good. Kaya looks at you, fighters, huh? Okay. Okay. We will bring you down to a warehouse. We'll give you some basic stuff. You will be... I think there's still a ship going tonight. Anyway, follow me. Let's get to the warehouse now. And
We go to Morrowind?
No, we're indeed not What?
Morrowind.
Is it? I never played Morrowind. Am I ripping off a game I haven't played?
Yeah,
Yes.
you get prison transported to Morrowind.
Go to Prison Island.
And with this, the scene changes.
It's fine. There are so many ideas right now. It's just roll with what you have.
This is the place where you can place your characters around ish. It's only in this room for the... Oh, wait, I didn't move you guys. Sorry.
Nope,
Yeah, you didn't.
I
Shit.
only moved for myself.
Wow.
Where do you want to place us?
Just so you know, we
Here-ish.
cannot, because your character has
Yep.
black as color, we cannot see the black circles you try to
Oh,
on
that's
screen.
smart. Hold on.
You have to change it to another color, otherwise we cannot see where you want us to
Wait,
put
would
our
that work if I put it like this? Oh, no, I didn't want... everything's right.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no, the campaign is ruined.
How do
Where
I
do we-
change my own color?
I think you do that.
Hold on, I think I got it.
Yeah, now it works. Where do you want us to be?
Here, in this room. Yep, you're
I'm
all in
sorry,
the
I
right room.
kind of revealed some stuff.
No, it only happens in this room anyway. I didn't need the entire room. So, as Kaya leads you into the room, she says, yeah, I will have to fit these collars onto you. Yeah, kind of a tool to make sure that no one goes crazy and does anything they shouldn't do.
Lady Kaya, may I
Alright.
have spikes on my collar?
I would
Or
like to
I-
have a little bit of a way of this this.
I
Why
am
not
a
on the outside, on the inside, if you would please be so kind?
She looks at you very confused. They are all the same.
Is there
maybe-
no way to modify them?
No, you're not allowed to touch them at all. Like,
Can
These-
you tighten it a little bit more than normal then?
Yeah, this BDSM bitch is
she
going at
looks
it.
at you and she slightly nods. If that makes you happy and quiet, I will tighten it a little bit more than I should.
Thank you, Lady Kaya.
Are our hands still bound?
Ilmata bless you.
She will undo your ties at this point. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because she
towering
has
Firbolg.
placed the collars on your neck. She deems it fair that you are now free to walk a bit.
Can she reach up to my Firbolg?
She will climb on a little box and then she will actually reach you. Yes.
I think she needs 2 boxes.
All right. She will get 2 boxes.
3, 1 to get on the other 2 that are stacked.
Let's not complicate this. All right. So your shackles are off and you're wearing a collar. All of you. And Orf has a little bit of a title. Yes, that makes him happy.
I am very happy
Um,
now.
I would like to ask a question to her. It's like, what is the purpose of these collars, other than tighten it around our necks?
I don't know. They tell me to do this. We haven't seen them do anything.
Right. I
Do
will
Do
roll
not
an Arcana
worry,
check.
Heathen. This is not unusual for the salvaged, the saved ones. Okay.
Can I roll an Arcana check to understand what these colors are?
You can
I
try.
am uncomfortable.
12.
You feel like there's something there, kind of magic. You can't put your finger on it, but you can understand that there is a magic item.
You know, Earth actually feels something from them too.
Okay. Pain?
Unless I go, no, that's the blessing of his god.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of
Oh my
course.
God.
Of course. Okay. Okay. Okay, I will go through the scripts again. I'll be honest, I don't know how they work. I attach them to people, and then they're shipped off to point 3. But I assume it's kind of an enforcement to ensure you follow their rules. After that, she attaches the collars. If you have any questions, ask them now. If not, there's some stuff in this room you can take. But first, the
Lady
question.
Kaya. Yes, Lady Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
There was a leather book I had when people unjustly captured me. Do you happen to have that in this storage area?
Book? No.
Yes.
I don't know of any books. There's only some basic stuff here. I don't think there's any books.
Actually, out of character, did I manage to keep my book, or do I need to find it?
Explain to me in a short sentence what this book does to you, or is it your goal?
It's in my inventory.
Okay, then you have this book still. We will go over this in a moment. What you still have and what you don't have.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Do I still have my instrument and also my book, but it doesn't do anything for me other than guide
Yeah.
me
You as a
along my
bard?
journey?
Yes, you have your
Okay.
basic adventure goal. We will go over in a moment what you don't have any. Okay. So, any questions? If not, we will go over the gear.
What are we being sent out to do? Even I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be here.
Well, I'm afraid it's too late for that now. You will be sent to point 3, which is on Casberry Island. It's our newest expedition. The other 2 were not quite as successful. They do something there, but I don't know what.
It is my understanding that we are doing a sentence, which means that once the sentence is over, what happens to us?
I don't know, honestly. Eventually, you might be able to regain your freedom, but at this point, you're tasked to ensure that this expedition is a success. So, best see that done first before you ask to be forgiven.
There is no need to ask for forgiveness, that is for sure. Whatever I have done was done justly.
Right.
I didn't even do anything.
I mean, you cast a spell on someone, didn't you?
I might have, but he didn't notice. Nobody noticed.
I mean, someone must have noticed, otherwise you wouldn't be here, little one.
I suppose I'm stuck here now.
Yes, you guys better work this out. Over there, it's there's a lot of convicts. I suppose trusting people shouldn't be the first thing that you do.
No, definitely not.
I trust no one but myself.
Right.
Although without expanding like spell slots or anything, I would like to just try and make some small flames dance around my hand.
You can do that.
Nice, we've
It's-
got a magician here.
I was just
Mhm.
playing around, wanted to see if these colors do not impair my magic in any form or way.
She looks at you and she says, "No, this will not impair your magic, but I implore you to not do that." And the guards on the other side of the room, which are in the top right, are playing cards, and they just briefly look over because Kaya kind of spoke up very loudly there, and they're like, "Is everything okay?" She's like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry.
Very well. I snap my fingers and the fire goes away.
Yes. Okay, after all collars are attached, she shows you to the area with equipment and tells you to take what you want. There are 2 guards playing cards on a table nearby. Right, so what you can take is... Well, I'll tell you what you not can take. You can immediately get rid of all of your money. Even Suka.
No.
And no, he can't hide it. Yes.
Read all of the money.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is basically it.
Me coins?
You rumble through the stuff, you find all of your basic adventurer stuff. What you will not find is any food. You will not
No
find
food?
any rations. So
Oh my god. For fuck's
zero
sake.
those out. You will have your water skin, however. It's filled with what you would assume to be fresh water. Take a sip, and fair enough, but we'll see you through for a while. Yes.
You want us to zero out our rations?
Yes.
I need the rations. Oh my god.
No. Yeah,
Take a
if
little-
you go
Sorry.
with it, Suka, you will have plenty time.
Oh.
What did
I
you
will
say?
take a little sip of the water, and
Yeah.
as I breathe out, water vapor comes out of my mouth.
Nice. Okay.
Milana looks very, very happy to see her journal again.
Kaya
By the
looks at
way-
you and she says, "Yeah, I guess this is kind of the stuff that they confiscated from you." She looks at you and says, "I'm sorry,
Don't
there is no
say.
weapons here. No one has a weapon right now. You don't need to erase this from your inventory because you will be given one. So I'm sorry, there's no weapons here. They will give you
Ah.
some over there."
Oh, I don't need a weapon.
That's good for
Oh,
you, little one.
That is indeed correct. We do not need weapons at all, do we not, little elf?
I guess so. Don't really know what you can do yet.
The Firbolg points at the guards, like questioning them.
Mm-hmm.
He'll march over.
Oh, okay. The guard kind of
Oh,
scurries
this
away
should
for a
be
moment and looks
very-
at you. Whoa, 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 whoa.
This will be very interesting. I will go next to this fire and see this played out. I sit down.
What are
and
you
just-
doing? Get away.
Weapon.
There's no weapons here for your kind. You get them on the next place.
And then he just continues watching them play card.
He is like Groot.
roll like a subtle. Try to roll like a subtle intimidation check.
The guards just look at you and they're like,
Excuse
"What?"
Excuse me, faithful guardsman.
Oh, no, here we
Do
go.
you happen to have a whip with some nails on it?
There are no weapons for your kinds. No kind. No weapons.
How about a flail?
I said no weapons. Leave.
Mr. Giant, I do not believe these men have anything for
Oh
us.
my god. Why are you
Oh,
doing this?
Bree's voice with this.
Dana kind of goes over and tugs at the Furbolg's sleeves. It's like, don't anger them, please. Just
You should do that with a
Let's go.
fanatic, not with the fucking Furbolg.
no, I'm
Furbolg.
too afraid to go near the fucking fanatic. He's terrifying.
The Firbolg just pats the half-elf on the head and walks away.
Okay, good. Thank you. All
And then
right.
Dana is left very confused and
Do you want me to give you a prayer, by the way?
No, he shoves you off. He shoves you. He's like, let me play this game. Leave us alone. We have nothing to do
Do you
with this
know,
nonsense.
are you gambling in this game? This game is actually very sinful.
Kaya would like to wave you over. Please, please don't anger them. It gets worse if you do.
I have nothing more of interest.
As you say, Lady Gaia.
Okay. Okay. Scanning further through the room, you can see some shields hanging on the wall, a lantern resting on a table, one potion laying on a chair, and a cloak thrown over a chest. And then Kaya says, "Please let me know when you have everything," and then she will go to the entrance and sit on a crate.
I walk over to the chest with the cloak thrown over it, and
Mhm.
I'm very curious what's in the chest.
Want the potion?
One at a time. Asuka first. The chest is it's closed. You can't open it. And no, it
Do you
is
want
not
to do my
pickable.
Magic?
Lame.
Can
You
I
want to
carry it?
Do you want to do my magic?
Okay.
no.
Isaac is next. Isaac, what did you want to do?
Would like to go to the potion. It
Okay.
intrigues me.
Okay. You step up to the potion and take it in your hand, and I would like you to roll a would it be Arcana? It's not magic.
It's on the potion.
Medicine?
Medicine?
Insight.
In medicine or insight, yes.
Insight is against people, so that won't work.
Okay, then roll me medicine because it's a potion.
16.
Okay. You can clearly see this is a potion of weak healing, and you're indeed endowed to pocket this one.
All right. A normal potion of healing?
Yes, a normal, like the 1d4 plus 2 one. The weak potion of healing, I think it's called.
Small
That's
potion of
that's
healing?
2d4 plus 2.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, 2d4
No, no
plus.
problem, no problem,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
problem.
that one.
1 second.
Is that a weak potion? I think it is. Anyway, next.
Sorry, it was called. So, potion of healing.
I'll walk over to the shields. Wherever
Okay.
they are.
Yes, you can see wooden shields hanging from a wall. Crests from cities that refuse to bend the knee to the creed of power. They likely got looted from those places. They would appear to be normal wooden shields. There's definitely nothing magic about those. Some of them have big cleaves in them from weapons. That's about it.
Nothing special about them. No one with spikes inside.
As you peek around the corner, you see that one of the shields, and you think it's because an arrow struck it with great force. It pierced kind of through the middle. They removed the arrowhead on one side, the arrow, like the long bit of it, so that the arrowhead points towards you when you hold it.
I will happily pick it up.
Yeah, you may add one shield to you. If you decide to use a shield, it will improve your armor class by 2.
Yeah, I have a shield already.
Okay, then that just fits. Okay. Anyone else? We still have things.
Yeah, the Failbog will
What
also
do
grab
we
a
have?
shield.
Philbog is also allowed to add a shield.
Covering
What do
his
we
hand.
Have like visually in the room.
Wait,
Okay.
is this where we get our weapons?
No. In the room is still, you can see a lantern resting on one of the tables, and there is still the cloak that was thrown over a box.
Wasn't
Failbog
that
will
the
also
cloak?
take the lantern.
Philbog is allowed to take the lantern.
Was
Going
the
to
cloak not
pick up-
over the chest?
Yeah, but who says that the chest was the interesting part?
I'm gonna grab the cloak.
The cloak curiously feels cold and wet to the touch from the outside. Yet the cloak does not seem to be dripping of any liquid onto the chest it's thrown over. The insides
Done.
One sec. The insides feel dry.
Dana looks at it confused and kind of spreads it out in her hands and is like, what sort of sorcery is this? And can I make a Arcana check?
Yes, you can. Okay, that's good enough. Hold on. You feel there's a certain energy in this cloak. You feel like you have heard of this. You believe this could be... It could be a wondrous item. It could be in correlation to water. You're not entirely sure what it is, but you're certain this is a wondrous item and that it has a correlation with water.
I am going to wear it.
You're going to wear it right away? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Are you going to put the hood up or down? I need to notice.
It's gonna be down.
It's gonna be down.
For now.
Okay. Perfect. Good. Let me go through this again. Okay, everyone. Someone has the lantern, 2 people took shields, and the cloak is taken. And I think that's all in the room, unless you can bail me into giving you anything else. But I don't think there's anything you would want at this point.
Could I talk to Lady Kaya and asked about why the chest is locked? If we can choose anything. Sorry. So you said that we can take stuff from here, but why is the chest locked then?
The chest, there's actually nothing in it. You can open it there, and then she steps over, opens the chest, and she indeed shows you there's nothing in it. And you believe this was just poor writing.
Okay.
The chest was indeed never really important, and it was all about the cloak.
It was a mimic.
I love the fourth wall breaking, by the way.
Well, I'm sorry, like, you will have to deal with
never
writing
be-
mistakes like this.
I'm not mocking you at all.
Right. Ready to go? Alright then, let's get to the harbor. I'll lead you the rest of the way. There are multiple types of convicts, as you have heard already. Some are performing labor, and some have to do fighting, they call it, but it's more like exploring, scouting, and just keeping people safe. So they addressed you as fighters, which means that all of you, at least to an extent, should probably have capabilities to defend you and others. So this alone is pretty good, I believe. The laborers, they look much worse. They probably get worked to death, I would believe. And once again, she assures you she really doesn't know, though. And she just explains the situation to you as best as she can. And with this, we're once again moving scene.
Oh no.
You step out into the harbor. And you may place Dun here.
I can't see where you. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, you can just scurry a little bit in the area. But stay around her, please. Yeah. Good. Is it dark for you guys, or is... Oh,
Yeah,
there's
it is dark.
Okay, perfect. Because I don't see that. Also, there was a guard in the swimming pool. Well,
was
swimming
taking a
pool
little
in the
dip.
ocean. You arrive at the harbor.
What is kind of annoying is that all my allies are very see-through.
Yeah, allies
Yeah.
are see-through.
I guess that's
Yeah.
because we
Some of
can't
them,
see
yeah.
each other very well in the darkness.
I don't know.
Mm.
It's kind of off-putting, but it's fine.
Like
Yeah.
when I get closer to you, I see you better.
Yeah. Oh, maybe like that. I don't know. Let me try. No, it's not the same for me because for me it's.
Wait,
It's
with
not gonna
Rhea-
happen too often, don't worry.
No,
with
it's not
Rhea
fine.
and Nidana.
This is how I see everything.
Oh yeah, that's good. Let me have a look.
Where's
See.
Mur?
Mer's sitting
He's over
right there.
Oh,
Is that-
okay.
He's very see-through.
Right, let me see. Group 1. Ah, yeah. Oh. Hold on. This might be because of the weather. What if I'm just gonna put it to daytime for now. What do you see now? Is it now sharp?
Yeah,
That is
Yeah.
correct. Now everything is sharp. Yeah.
Okay, then
Yep.
this is indeed because you're one of the lucky ones that has dark vision.
Okay, in that sense. All right.
Ooh.
We'll get over what dark vision means for you later. However, it is not daytime anymore. It is now night. And Kaya looks confused about why there was just a sudden spark of light. Okay, you arrive at the harbor close to midnight. Kaya and you arrive at the port. As you look around you, don't wonder if I saw that. As you look around you, those with dark vision, you can see massive cranes, which you can assume are used to load trade ships. Those without dark vision, however, only see the torches that illuminate the path. Kaya walks up to a guard. I have... Hold on, I need to count. 1, 2, 3. 5 fighters here. Which boat are they going to? The fighters, you say? Well, they certainly don't look like fighters, but who am I to judge?
Theobald just stares at him.
All right, that one certainly could pack a punch, I believe. Anyway, they are going to be taken to point 3. They will be entering the high wave on the southern side in the rowboats. Kaya turns to you. Well, I guess this is it. Best of luck to all of you. Like I said, stay out of trouble and you just might make it. Any last questions?
Might make it? Are we gonna
Lady
die?
Kaya, do you have some time to talk about my Lord and Savior?
She indeed does not have time, and she looks at Ego. What did you say? She looks at Nidana.
Survive?
Right.
Are we gonna be sent to die?
You will not be sent to die, but you will perhaps be put onto dangerous missions, yes.
Do not worry, elf thing. It is another trial by
Boy.
Ilmater,
Even
the
know
god
what
of
that
endurance.
One of the
Can you-
guards
Can you
throws a
please
rock
stop talking
towards
to me?
Ray.
You're creeping me out.
Is it the Hunger Games?
This is
Might
just
be.
another trial. Do not worry.
I look at
Oh my God.
Medina and I goes, "Do not worry, elf. If anything, our patrons will always watch over us."
Mm.
I
How
sneer.
do you know?
I sneer towards.
Do you feel it? I haven't told anyone that I'm a
You
warlock.
did. Oh my. How do you wrote it in chat? Oh my. Him.
Oh yeah,
Forgot the name.
I mean
Yeah.
she was, but was he listening?
Oh yeah, it was.
Okay, that's fair.
The
Wait, how do you know? She says
Oh,
out loud.
we're both warlocks. It's easy to see when one has a patron contract.
Oh my God. Wow. It was supposed to be a secret. I'm so dumb.
I sneer towards Nidana. The more these guys tell us not to worry, the more I worry.
Yes, I agree.
Right. And with that, Kaya waves you goodbye, and you get yourself into one of the many rowboats located on the southern side of the harbor. Few flames stands in the distance, a fair bit above the water. You can't quite see the ship in its entirety, but you can tell it should be
3
fairly
meters, holy fuck.
big. 3 meters? What were you on about? Oh,
Or
3
Character
meters,
is
yes.
290, but I was intending to take it 3 and 20 or something.
Yes, your character just grew 20 centimeters and is now 310. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, God.
As you are on your little rowboat and the laborers, as they call them, row you over to the high wave, you can see it in the distance. It has a lot of torches, but you can't quite see the ship in its entirety. And eventually it goes bang! And your little rowboat hits against something. One of the guards instantly shouts, "Watch it! Are you blind?" Whatever. The guard holds 2 fingers to his mouth and whistles. A moment later, a rope ladder falls down next to you. You're instructed to climb the ladder to get onto the ship. And I would like to roll acrobatics for this.
My God, I'm gonna fall.
This is gonna be
aren't I?
fun.
Where are we going? Like here?
Wait,
It doesn't matter. We will
Okay.
move scene after this one. Yes, acrobatics.
Let's go.
Ort, without any problems, climbs up the rope ladder and gets on top of the
This
ship.
is
Oh
just
god.
another trial
Yeah.
by
Did you
Ilmater.
roll twice -1?
Oh my God. I
Okay.
definitely
The
failed.
ladder rips.
Very good acrobatics. I can see
all right. Hold on. Asuka as well gets up the ladder. No problem at all. Fury, for you this is no problem. You're used to stuff like this. And then, okay,
No.
so I'm gonna take Mur's turn first. Mur takes his the Firbolg takes his arm and hand to the ladder, and he tries to lift himself up, but instead, with a loud bang, the rope comes down towards him. The guard immediately look at you like, what? Why did you break it? And he looks very confused at you. He's like, don't do that. I'm gonna make use of that collar. And he once again screams up, get us another rope! And Mur will have to re-roll. Nidana takes the rope in her hand and she gets up to about halfway. And then she just kind of runs out of energy and she falls. And she falls into the water.
Oh
And
my God.
something curious happens. You feel safe in your cloak now. It was quite fortunate that you were having the cloak and that you have it down. You feel like you're in full control of the water around you. The guard
Basically, Nidana kind of squeaks with a high pitch as she falls into the water, and moments later she's very confused as she's kind of looking around her, and it's just like. What
Meanwhile, a guard will
is
take an oar and
happening?
just shove it towards you to pull you back in, and then all of you will make it.
Nidana
up the
grabs the oar and kind of drags herself
ship.
on the rowboat. It's like,
Very good.
it was slippery, okay?
Okay, Mur. 5 is indeed the required roll for this. I put it fairly low.
I was about to ask them for a chain instead of a rope.
And as you can tell, there's people that support the rope up there now, and they're like, okay, we'll get the big one now. And you can hear them heaving and screaming as they make sure that the rope doesn't fall off again. And with that, you are on the boat. However, Nidana is still in the rowboat.
You have to roll again, Igo.
Really?
Yeah, come on, you can hit a 5. You have a +3 ego.
Yeah.
And with that, gracefully this time, you also get up the boat.
And I'm now wet and I'm very unhappy.
As you're on the boat, someone comes up to you. Fighter or worker?
Fighter?
Good. Just find a place and rest somewhere, whatever. And with this, you kind of find a corner on the ship's upper deck, and you call it a night. And with this, we'll move scene once again, and it's finally daytime.
I think I need 3 or 4 beds.
There is indeed no beds. You will be sleeping on planks, my dude. You can
Use
move yourself
purpose
here.
As a bed. It's big enough.
There should be no, like, it should be vision, but it should all be bright, right?
Yeah, it is bright.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I would like to let everyone roll. It is just about the order in which you wake up.
Initiative?
What?
Any
A normal
D20. Any D20.
Okay.
Just one
Let's just roll
D20.
Five.
5, 12, okay. Ready. Steady climb. Oh, 18, good.
Slash.
You have to redo that?
Should I roll?
Did you see? Redo that, Re?
Oops.
Mm-hmm. Oh god. You oversleep horribly. Okay. As the Fearbog wakes up, he looks around and he sees that he is indeed on high seas. He is far from any shore. There is no land in sight at this moment. He also sees a few things on the deck. He sees 2 men who are engaged in a sparring fight. However, they only have wooden sticks. There's 2 crossbowmen on the north side of the ship there. Yes, they seem to be shooting at seagulls. They kind of look bored. There's a man sitting on a barrel. That's the one that you're next to. He's just rolling some dice. And there's the outlook at the front of the ship, and there's also 1 person steering it. You're also aware that if you were to go down, that there would be a secondary map. Do you want to do something?
Yeah, I want to look down.
You're not awake.
Oh,
Unless Mer chooses to wake everyone up, Mer is currently alone.
oh.
But wouldn't my steps almost wake them up?
If you want that,
Yours
then
might.
yes. There's no like requirement for you to be only awake,
All right, then I'll make loud noises while I walk
and
over
everyone
here,
is awake.
and I just look at the
Even me?
dices.
Percy,
all are
Percy
awake, yes.
sleeps through all of that freaking noise.
Even Urt, who kind of slept on his good ear, he's like, and then wakes up looking around.
Another fantastic morning to start the conversion to Ilmater. The
Here we go
Almighty.
again.
At this
Okay.
point, Nidana is covering her ears. It's like, oh my god, please stop.
Yes. So,
No.
because probably no one was able to remember what I said, I'll copy it into chat. There you go.
No, I remember.
Okay. Do you want to engage with any of those?
No, I'm just staring at the guy throwing dice.
Okay. The guy looks at you. You wanna play?
I'll reach out my hand.
He gives you 2 dice and he looks at you. You know how to play?
I'll just drop them in front of him.
He takes them with like, "Oh, okay, don't worry about it."
I step in, clearly intrigued with the dice game. Oh, what are we playing for? This looks interesting.
Really nothing. We have nothing here that we can bet on. They took
Yep.
all of our stuff, so it's just for fun, really.
For fun? Well, there's no fun in that if it's just for fun, as I step back.
Okay. Would anyone else do anything here? Or would they want to maybe go down deck?
Would I fit?
Do you
I
what?
want
Sorry,
to
man?
try and convert these two.
Oh,
I need to
Okay.
teach them that they
Okay.
actually need to slice each other rather than
okay.
doing whatever they're doing.
Roll me religion.
Well, I'm more of a persuasion guy.
Roll me persuasion. And then religion. Okay.
Oof.
Roll me religion. Maybe it's good. Okay. The guy looks at you. He's like, the guys look at you and they're like, what? Like, you want to tell us about your god? I mean, there's nothing
You too
better
seems
we
to
can
be
do right now,
closer
but
to our glorious Lord Ilmater.
and
By-
they are
By
indeed
slicing
curious.
each other deeper than what you are doing, you may actually reach pinnacle of insight when it comes to our god.
They look at you and they're like, we only have wooden sticks. None of us on this goddamn ship have weapons.
There is always the possibility to sharpen your wooden sticks. And even wooden sticks would do enough damage to increase your endurance and reach a closer path to Ilmater.
the guy next to you looks at you. If you want, I can whack you with the wooden stick.
Please do it. And
I'll
show
start
you.
walking towards the entrance to the lower decks.
He whacks you for 3. And then he's like, now get out of here, you're weird.
Do I actually take damage?
You do take damage.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
For it, obviously.
And
Yes?
anyone else, if you zoom down on a map, there's a secondary map here. I did it like this for this one. There's indeed, you can move down here if you want. Do you see it?
Down
Yep.
where? Oh.
Yes. Where Mur is right now. As you step down into the middle part of the boat.
I'm going to
Wait,
join
sorry.
them and
Edge,
go away from
edge.
the crazy bastard.
Hold on. Yes. Okay. Ray, what is up?
I took damage. Do I get my...
You do
special point?
indeed get 1 point of pain. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
As you step into, what is it called? The middle part of the boat. The rump? No.
The lower deck.
Lower deck.
Lower decks will work. As you step into the lower
Let's,
decks, you can see 12 men on oars. trying to increase, shall we say, the speed of the boat by also manually putting labor into it. The man looks at you that is sitting in the middle, hitting a tiny drum. Well, do you want to help or what do you want?
Firbolg is gonna point at the cannons. Can I use one of those?
Probably carry one.
Yeah, that's the idea. You're gonna club.
The weapons are not loaded and we do not intend to shoot them. Shooting big weapons gives away positions. We do not
I don't
intend to
think-
do that.
I do not intend to use it for shooting.
He looks at you confused. What else would you want to use a cannon for?
Club.
No.
Whack him on the head.
He looks at you. I'm really sorry. They are mounted to the boat. It's kind of a strange request, but no, you cannot have our cannons.
Firbolg will leave the lower deck.
However, if you want, you can take one of the cannonballs, maybe.
Ooh, that sounds like a good idea.
That sounds like a very bad
You're
idea.
indeed allowed to take a cannonball.
I will
will-
indeed take a cannonball.
It is nothing special. It is made out of iron. It does not explode or anything weird. It is just an iron ball.
Yeah, it's a cannonball.
Yeah.
As he listened to the guy in the middle doing the drums, I would like to ask him a question. You mentioned that it would give away our position. Does this imply that there are immediate enemies in the area?
Listen, we are kind of hired to do this job. We're not, let's say, legally with the creed of power, but they give us some good coins. And our kind does not want to be seen.
And if I may be so bold, what is your kind exactly?
Mate, you're on a pirate ship.
Oh,
No.
interesting.
Lamps to save?
Yes, indeed. The Creed of Power doesn't have enough boats to do this themselves, so they outsource this to other people.
Dan has only heard stories about pirates, but she's visibly excited.
He looks at you and says, there's a lot of stories, a lot of lies, a lot of truths. Who cares? But you shouldn't get too excited. Your journey with us comes to an end soon.
I will try and convert these ones as well.
Oh my god.
Okay. Who,
I
the
will tell
people on the
them-
rowboat?
No, both the drummer and the rowers, yes.
You want to ask
will give them a
all
sermon.
Okay.
I will
roll
give them
me-
a sermon
Roll
and
me
try to
again.
convert
Roll me again persuasion. Oh shit.
Oh, that's a high persuasion.
You didn't
Okay.
expect that, no.
No, I didn't. The man with the tower
I told you I was a persuasion person.
with the drum, he keeps hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. And then he looks at you and he's like, you know what? Sometimes I wonder if I tire of this. There's no wine. There's no ladies. Like every other week we're in a goddamn port. And even then, it's just all run down. Tell me about your god. It can't be so bad.
This is all just a trial by Ilmater himself. You must endure, child. You must endure.
And then he looks at you and he says, endure what?
Endure the suffering of living. Endurance is the way to Ilmater's embrace.
How would I do that?
You need to keep on living and punish yourself harder and harder every day, every night.
Punish myself, but
Ilmater.
what for and how?
To save your soul, child.
I can still
else?
save my soul after these
You
years
can
of piratry?
Even sinners can save them souls. Their souls. Look, even at those uncouth non-humans, can still save their souls as long as they accept
Oh
Ilmater.
boy. Oh boy. And he looks at you and he says, how do I do it? Teach me. Show me.
Read.xh stopped working.
He wasn't expecting them to accept.
Do you have a whip, child?
we indeed have a whip, yes.
Hand it to me and I'll show you how to worship Ilmater.
Lieutenant's gonna turn away as like, yeah.
Can you roll me another persuasion persuasion roll?
I can't look at this.
Before you go to the whip job.
Okay, he indeed considers this and then it's like, you know, maybe. And he really gives you the whip. What now?
First, I will take a big swing and hit myself on the back. How much damage do I take?
God,
Roll 1d4 plus 1. You take another 2.
Oof, I shouldn't do this anymore. I'll die.
But you had a long
And now, child, take off your shirt and show me your back.
And he indeed does as you say.
What the hell is that?
And I'll whip him.
And he also
Jesus
takes
Christ.
roll 1d4 plus 1.
yourself, Edge.
And he takes 5 damage. You gave him a real good whipping there. And he looks at you and is like, wait, I think I feel it.
Yes, child, you feel the embrace of Ilmater himself. I'm so proud of you. Again.
No, enough. And with that, he tells you to please leave. You have done enough. He will look into the religion himself, and he
Start feeling, child. You will be embraced by Ilmater. Come along.
And with this, you go back to the top deck.
What the hell?
You can't
You want
plan
us to
this
live?
shit. You can't plan this shit. All right.
Welcome to the DM life.
Mhm. Right. This is indeed an area basically designed
I'll
as a
go up.
tutorial.
I'll go up on the deck and be very proud of myself that I actually showed a child the path.
Basically,
Righteousness.
this would be for people that haven't played before to do basic rules and shit like that. Anyway, you all know how this works. Eventually, land ahoy, Captain! And as you look over the railing, you can also see an island on the horizon. As the ship draws closer to the coast, you can see several rowboats already coming towards you. And with this, we're going to dismount the ship. And as you may,
Dismount?
well, get off the ship.
Yeah.
And they throw down a rope ladder again. And
No,
they
no.
point at it and they say, get down. And we're once again rolling acrobatics. Okay. Okay.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Oof.
That is still
Close.
enough. Right. All 5 of you and get down the rope ladder. Asuka kind of struggles, almost falls, but then catches himself in the last moment. And with that, you are now sitting in a rowboat again.
Oh boy.
From the rowboat, you can see the long sandy beach, and just a bit further, you see a wooden wall, which is roughly 4 meters tall, you would believe. It's
I
basic.
climbed it.
You're still in a rowboat for now. You're not climbing it.
No,
for
I'm
now.
just wondering. I could basically look over it almost.
You almost could indeed, yes. Hold on, where was I? It's a wooden bar which is roughly 4 meters tall, but basically just tree logs. The tops are sharpened to create what looks to be a spike. The wall itself looks wonky. The logs are of different heights. Some of them are just slightly off to the side. Well, certainly providing defense from the local wildlife. That's probably about the only thing it can hold up. As your rowboat hits the beach, a barely touched beach lies before you. The beach has fine white sand, and there's plenty of seashells and stones on it. But this is hardly the time to be picking seashells after all. There's already a few boats along the beach, and there's men that pull them higher as to not leave them out for the waves. And I would like Isaac, Ray, and Ego to roll me Arcana.
Oof.
It is ill matter.
Okay, yes.
Oh.
You indeed notice absolutely nothing. Nidana, however, curiously and a little to the side of the beach, where you can see what looks to be a makeshift harbor. The more you look in that direction, the more your head kind of feels strange. It doesn't hurt, but it feels uncomfortable. So keep that in mind. However, this is not the same as the fort that you're going to. This is a secondary place.
Discomfort is very visible on her face
Mm-hmm.
as she's kind of staring at whatever feels weird.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So, you all are aware that there's a makeshift harbor to the side. However, only Nidana at this moment feels that there is something there. And just as you look around more, everyone around you indeed wears the same collar that you have. Moments later, you hear it. Hey, freshies! You hear from the direction of the fort. Get over here! Time to get you to work! And with that, a party of misfits is indeed on the way through point 3. You walk up the beach and across a path. It's a little bit of a thicket. There's a few trees too close to the road. You can clearly see it's not maintained and it's not a proper road by any means. And with this, we'll change scenes. And I will once again point where you can be.
Wait.
Very good.
Edge?
Hmm?
This is... My old character was still on this. You have to remove my old...
Oh, yeah, we did the vision test. Where is it?
It's at the start as well.
Oh, at the start as well. Which one? Oh, I see it. Okay. It's gone. For just a moment, you believe you've seen a halfling eerily similar to you, but then curiously, it just snaps out of reality.
Must
you're
have been my
none the
twin
wiser.
sister. She's also great in stealth.
For some reason, I can't spin my character anymore.
Can't spin your character. I can spin your
Oh,
character.
there we go. No, I can.
Okay. Everyone okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see.
Well, you take exclaim more people
he will
save.
He will listen for now.
Damn it.
You're almost out of the tutorial and into free roam. Almost there. Well, you take
Just
a
you
moment.
wait. I'm gonna convert one of your cities. They're gonna be my holy army.
Oh boy. Well, you're taking a moment to take in the environment. A chubby man carrying a small log on his shoulder bumps into Fury. And he just grunts and is like, ah, out of the way. And then just behind him.
Apologies, good sir. As
like-
it moves a bit more towards the left side.
It's like,
Behind, no,
whatever.
not behind that one.
Yeah. He's like, whatever. And then a lady walks behind him with a wooden bucket full of water. And they leave. The guard on the side approaches you. You there, freshie. This may not be as a surprise for you, but we have a bit of a resource problem here. They may have told you that you get weapons here, I believe. However, we only have these rundowns, weapons, and armor. And with this, I shall introduce a gaming mechanic.
Oh.
Because there is no proper iron in this camp. We will get to that when we get there. But currently, all your armor classes, if they depend on iron, are -1. And if you have an iron weapon, the chance to hit will be -1. This is only a minor thing. Don't worry too much about it.
Is it implemented automatically?
No, we will just keep it in mind.
Confused as how you implied it. So, if we use an iron weapon
Mhm.
against someone, it automatically has a -1.
Basically,
you're
Mhm.
only gimping me.
No. You will see the mages, they have their own burden to carry eventually. Basically, they give you a rundown weapon. Let's say you roll a 10 and the armor class of the enemy is also a 10. It will be counted as a 9. It will miss.
Ooh.
So just a static -1.
Yes.
You can implement that automatically in your character sheet, by the way.
We probably don't have to. If you're smart about it, you can. You will see. Or you will not. We will see.
Hmm.
Okay. As you are now fully equipped with your, well, great gear, which you're probably not too happy about, he looks at you and says, "Is that or is nothing, honestly. I don't have anything better." Right. And with that, I would like you to walk here. Just a little bit down. Scan.
Is that a puppy?
That is indeed a puppy. A bit further,
for
you
you.
spot a man with a big dog, trying to give it orders. "Sit, you mutt!" However, it seems he doesn't have much luck in this endeavor. If anyone thinks they would like to know what this is, they could do me a nature roll.
I'll do that. Oh, never mind. It's
Oh
a
my
mod.
God. Okay, hold on.
Well.
Okay.
A nature roll, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to pet the dog.
Okay, none of you has hit it. Ego can still roll.
Okay.
And one more person can roll, right? No.
I can.
Oh my God.
Reese,
Good
Reese,
sir,
roll.
what you
Okay.
need is a whip, not a
Okay.
No,
cane.
no, 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 no.
Don't whip the
no.
dog.
We're not
No.
whipping the dog. Okay, you know what? I will give advantage to Mur here because he knows forest creatures, okay? And a dog and a wolf, they're kind of similar. Okay. You believe that before you sits a mixed breed of a dog. It's a very interesting breed indeed. It combines the strength of a alpha wolf and the smartness of a lopu, which is a imagined race, you would believe. And they're also known for their incredible high intelligence. They can, however, be extremely stubborn and they're very prideful to a fault. You would believe that before this dog will sit down, the man will sit before the dog.
Well, can I persuade the dog to sit?
You can try. The dog doesn't look
Whoa.
at you. He doesn't care about you at all. He looks at you and sees.
No, it was 20.
Really?
I
It's
know.
a
I know.
what?
Don't worry. Don't worry. The
Is it
dog
level
looks at
number?
you,
Okay.
and he might consider it for a moment. He looks up at you. He just sits there and is like, he doesn't quite understand why you want him to sit. He looks at you like you realize that this is an animal of intelligence and you want it to sit for your amusement.
I'll go down on my knee, and then I'll stretch out his hand to him and tell him sorry.
The dog curiously sits in front of you and he reaches his paw to your hand. The man nearby beside you is like, "The hell is going on? We've been trying to do this for days. weeks almost. Nothing ever happened. And now you go here and play shake with this dog? Hearing this, the dog just looks at him and gnarls his teeth and just almost snaps towards him.
I look at him as well and just, there's no playing here.
You can now have a tell that this dog is extremely thin, almost malnourished. You can see a few closed wounds on it, and that is all you can see at this moment.
Well, I'm pretty sure I cannot eat a cannonball, so I don't really have anything for him.
Intimidate the other guy to give you food for him.
Oh, good idea. But I'm not going to intimidate him. I'm going to ask him, do you have some food, rations?
Okay, roll me persuasion. Oh, roll me persuasion. Nice. He looks at you and says, "Mate, if I had food, I'd eat it. Do you think this is a restaurant? We have no food here. And while you're at it, just go to the boss. Tell him that at least you made the dog sit. Maybe that's worth something."
I'm going to look confused at him.
Starving.
Who's the boss?
The boss is... And you're not moving there directly, but he points at a corner on he's like, yeah, just go in there, and there's like a room over there. She's gonna tell you what to do. She's the boss. Everyone calls her the boss.
And what way was that?
On the top left. Can you see it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Yes,
I see
but
it.
don't zoom there. This is like, you have to walk there. But he says, she's over there.
Okay. I'll just nod,
Mhm.
and then I'll just
Okay.
tell the puppy I will be back with food.
The dog looks at you and he accepts this. He knows what you said, and he just sits down and looks at the man again. And he's like, oh, I made it sit. And the moment he says that, the dog immediately stands up again, and they're like, no! Ah, whatever.
But once the Firbolg will just scoff and walk.
Right. And with this, you can make your way to the point he showed you. And after that, you're free.
Skippity scooty after the Firbolg.
Is that down up the stairs there? No, are those stairs?
These are indeed stairs, but you're not going up there. You're going here, and then you're going here. You have to step through doors because I have to basically animate them as a wall, but if you just move your character through, you are in the next room, basically. There's a small possibility that if you land straight on the door, it basically shows you... If you do that, Suka, you will end up on the second map.
I will probably have to bend down every time I walk in a door, right?
3 meters? Yes, this is basically all makeshift stuff. This is like 2.5 meters at best.
I'm basically crawling in.
Can I inspect the room that we are in now?
Yes, you can indeed.
Just a general.
Yes.
For what I see from the door.
Curiously, you see a board. And this is quite strange because you discovered a board on which you would assume people that live here, they show what they want to do. And I think now you should have an item called board quests in your thingies, where the characters are basically at the top.
Yes.
You see it? All of you have that, by the way. This is just things that are written down there, and you can have a look at them.
Oh,
Where?
it's like a quest board in the character list.
Yeah.
The player list.
This is what you basically read on it. It looks to be like a blackboard of things that people have written down and I need a little hand with.
I'm going
Nice.
to trade stuff for any drink that's not water.
Well, they certainly don't have a brewery here.
Where is the
Aw.
bar?
As I walk into the other room, is
Mhm.
this room big enough for me to stand up straight?
None of these rooms are higher than 250, I'm sorry.
Then I'll raise myself up and just tilt my head and upper body a little bit like
I love
this and
it. I love it.
then be walking over to the nearest
The
people.
guard immediately looks at you and is like, "Oh God."
I'll walk over to the guard.
And he says, "Who are you? You new?"
I'll just nod to him, and then I'll
And
tell
then-
him I was going to tell the boss I made the dog sit.
Love it. He looks very confused at you. I have no idea what you talk about, but you look too big to be messing around with, and I'm not paid for this anyway. So please go in.
I'll just crawl in this door as well then.
Yes.
Now we're
I
gonna-
just stand in front of the desk.
As you enter the room, the woman looks at you in a massive shock as someone just crawls through her doorway, basically. And she's like, "Who the hell are you?"
I'll just kind of look down on myself and into my hands, like, me.
Whatever. Someone with more brain answer these questions, please.
And then I'll... Oh yeah, I can speak.
Match.
Our apologies, Miss Boss. What? Yes, we were sent here by Lady Kaya, or at least by the creative power to,
I see.
Help out, as what it seems, as fighters. I look around to the rest.
Curious.
That's what was implied. Also, something dog, but I forgot.
I'll just look at her. I made the dog sit.
You made the dog sit.
Now give food.
That dog? Can you grab a paper from the book, from the board? You all have it, and the notes basically you don't have to take them down. They stay on there. You just memorize that it's done. Okay. She looks at you. You made the dog sit. That's quite something. That's that dog. He came here with his master a few months ago. But like 5 days ago, he came back alone. That dog is of a lot of value to us because he helped sniff out the first iron mine that we found. But that iron mine kind of collapsed, so we've been trying to get that dog to basically sniff out more iron for us. And if you made him sit, that might be of use for us.
And then I'll just look at her again, then give food.
No. Food is not easily earned here. We have a little bit of a problem with food, one might say. There's a thief going around, and our cattle is being slain. Now they're Now they're put into this camp, and do you know how useful cows are inside a camp? You have to feed them. We don't even have food for ourselves.
If
You
no
don't have
feeding dog, then no
rats?
iron.
I step forward. You have a thief problem, you say?
This is a place full of convicts. There's always thieves around you. Who might tell me that none of you guys are a thief? Who might tell you
Well-
that none in the previous room were thieves?
Well, you're looking at the proper one. Maybe I can solve your thieving problem with
I
another
cough.
thief.
If you were a proper one, you would not have been caught.
There's more than one ways to be a proper thief.
She indeed chuckles at the comment Fury made and is like, he's not wrong, is he? Anyway, if you consider yourself up to the task, I believe that in the pub, and I shall mark this over here, it's basically to the right hand side, you should talk to someone there. What was her name again? And she just scratches her head. It was Nathalie, I believe. She should be able to tell you about it. It's quite infuriating. However, it's not really much food that goes missing, so this is at best like a small problem we have. The cattle being in here and not out on the meadows is a much bigger problem.
Duly noted.
Are there any people here who are injured or need assistance?
She looks at you. Injured? No, not really at this moment, at least. We do have an alchemist. She is a little bit in the southwest of the town, I believe. Haven't heard from her in a while, but she did make some potions for us and treated the wounds.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, out of character a little bit. So, do we already know what we need to do to help for the food problem, or not yet?
You are currently aware that there's a problem that they have no iron. You are aware that the dog is connected to it, or at least that they try to make it connected to it, and that they have a problem with cattle being in the fort, and it should be outside because in here it really offers them no benefit of all, and this is also connected to the food problem.
Well, the Furbolg can help with that at least. I mean, the Furbolg can help with the cattle at least. I have heard stories that you are very good with the animals.
The problem is not the cattle. The problem is the stuff that ate the cattle, and the man that was supposed to guard.
That what ate it than by putting one in there.
She just looks out of the window. Well, there's an elf in the southern part of the town. I heard the report. He was out in the meadows with another ranger, I would say. He's gone now anyway, whatever. The elf said at one point he heard a loud roar and a shriek, and then he just ran with the cows that he had. Apparently we lost 2 cows, and the elf said that the thing didn't chase him, however, so I suppose it was a predator just looking for meat.
Well, how about we take 1 cattle and use it as bait, and then we deal with the problem.
She looks at you. Using cattle as bait. You should talk to the elf. Maybe this could work, but I would
take an old one that is not needed anymore.
However, just make sure it doesn't die, because that meat, that fur, not that leather, those bones, all of it is valuable resources for us. You have to understand, all the resources we have here, they are sent from the Lardal Citadel. And we have no way of communicating from here to them, so they just throw some stuff on a ship and send it here.
Very well. We will talk with the elf.
Mm. Yes, and with this, she would tell you technically that you found already the board. And with this finishes indeed the tutorial, and you're now off rails.
Nice.
All right, I want to put everything on fire.
Is there any chandeliers around here?
There's a small candle hanging from the ceiling in her room, yes.
He wants to bash his head into it.
I'm just gonna avoid it.
Okay, very good. You avoid it masterfully. You're fully aware of it. Yes.
I'll have to go soon, so or like, does this end it for today, or?
If they want to do side quests, I think that's okay, but I will not allow progress in the main story unless all are here.
Okay.
I don't mind. Whatever you would like to do, I'll follow.
I would like to get some food. I am not feeling so well.
Okay, then we will call it here. And we are now exactly at part 1.0.
Nice. That's good.